Hey, hey, how's it going? Oh, we made it. Made it to the weekend. Let's go. Oh, how was your week, everyone? Hey, Muff McClay. How you doing? Ooh, audio getting a little high there. How's your week been? My week has been pretty busy, as usual. Oh, I got to ride your bike today. Man, I need to ride my bike. My bike's been in the shed almost since I moved to this house. You don't want to hear about the rest of the week, though. I mean, kind of. That's why I asked. But if you don't want to share, that's fine. No, my week's been pretty busy, work and stuff, just crazy. But today, so my teammate, who was out for the last like 2.5 weeks or something, he came back, and he's been back for a couple days now. Oh my goodness, Eric. He's missed the last 2 streams. He's only going to get here halfway through this stream. But, yeah, so he was back. He's back for a couple days now, since Wednesday. And I only had 6 tasks today. It was amazing. Hi. What can I do for you? Oh, good night kisses. Okay, oh, settle down. I love you. I'll show you. You can watch. Kiss. I love you. I haven't played yet. I haven't started. I'm still talking to people. We'll start it soon, okay? And you can watch for a little bit. Twin gets kisses too. I don't think so. I love you. Oh, slobber. The twins finally don't have diarrhea anymore and had interviews every day. Are interviews not good? That seems like something that might be kind of fun, but I don't know. The twins not having diarrhea is definitely a good thing, but only at this point. Like earlier in the week, I imagine that was pretty rough. Yeah, so I only had 6 tasks today. Like the couple tasks that I did have were pretty good, or pretty big. They took, a couple hours each or whatever. But otherwise it was pretty chill day. I was able to go with the family out to a dentist appointment for Isaac. We were able to do that together. I have not gotten that far yet, Country Girl. They're good, but it sure makes everything busy. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep. No, with the new responsibilities that I've been taking on for client onboarding, yeah, it means a lot more meetings for me. And maybe not a lot, but even just a few is enough to take a day from a really productive day to a day where I do nothing but meetings and then a few things in between. So yeah, I get that. That's rough. To Country Girl's point, was considering adjusting hours for the summer, given it's lighter later. It might make sense to start around 10 instead of 9 like we've been doing. At least on Friday. Tuesday's stream would still be kind of rough starting later like that since I work the following day. But Friday streams could start later. Everyone can stay up a little bit later, so that's nice. So yeah, if you have any thoughts about that, let me know. I think I'll probably do it regardless. 10? Later than 10, or I don't know what you mean, Country Girl. Yeah, isn't that what I said? I said we've been starting at 9. Start later than 9, so 10. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. I don't know. Speaking of time and the stream schedule. Oh, okay. There was screaming. Fun. Speaking of time and the stream schedule, we've been doing, well, for the last 2 streams, I've talked about doing New Year's Eve endings. And if you weren't here for either of those 2 streams, I didn't actually do a New Year's Eve ending last stream, but I did one the stream before that. And if you're not familiar with what a New Year's Eve ending is, because I kind of made it up and I've only done it once out of the 2 times I've talked about it, it is essentially Netflix does this thing where they have a countdown timer for New Year's Eve. So you can play this countdown timer for your kids and pretend like it's New Year's Eve, and then send them off to bed, and you can celebrate with the adults like an adult without kids. Kind of fantastic. And given we're trying to work on sleep habits with the kids and get them to bed earlier, get them to sleep at least earlier, considered doing New Year's Eve endings. So partway through the stream, I may say, oh, that's it, time to wrap things up, wink wink, and we'll go to our BRB slide scene, and we'll end the stream. I'll only be gone for a couple seconds, 10 seconds, something like that, just enough for Country Girl to end the stream on her end, and the kids can feel satisfied that they saw the whole stream or something. So that's something that we've been talking about and doing once, but we may do it again. Just keep that in mind. Please don't leave. I'm not leaving. I support that. Excellent. I knew you would, Muffin McClay. I thought it was a pretty clever idea. I think it was Country Girl's idea, but yeah, I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, we may do that tonight. Just keep that in mind as the night goes on. Oh man, we got a few things planned for the evening. We're going to play more Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe because holy crap, this game has so much more content than I expected. I don't know what I was expecting, but it's really good. And as some of you may have heard in group chat or last stream, it's getting weird, like borderline horror weird. No guarantee that I won't fall asleep in that 10-second window, though. Fair enough. I am so excited for tomorrow, Muffin McClay. I cannot wait to finish Stranger Things. Speaking of which, that's one of our subjects for the evening. Spoilers. I have probably seen a spoiler for the last 2 episodes, which, if you didn't know, I'm sure you know, Muffin McClay, because you were in the chat. The last 2 episodes are 4 hours in total. What? Whose idea was that? Why would you do that? Could they not find a good breaking point in between each episode? I don't get it. I don't know. It's going to be a long evening. We're going to try and watch both episodes in one sitting. 4 hours worth of shows. Hey, Jenny. Welcome. It's been a while. Glad you're back. How are you feeling? You're on a walk. Oh, nice. They know everyone is going to binge it either way. Yeah, that's true. There's a meme. It's like, hey, would you watch a 10-hour movie? It's like, what? No, that's ridiculous. Are you kidding? Okay, what if we broke it up into 10 parts and you like binged it all at once? Oh yeah, I'd totally do that. Okay, cool. Yep, feeling good enough for a walk. Hey, that's progress. That's great. Glad to hear it. You've been absent the last couple streams. You and Eric. I don't know what's up with him. Well, I kind of know what's up with him, but You've been sleeping through the stream time lately. I mean, okay, that's fine, I guess. We've been diving into some of the new content of the Stanley Parable, and wow, it is really good. There's a little bit of content that you've missed, obviously. Sleep is good. Yeah. Who are these professionals though? And who certified them as know-it-alls? Sleep schmeep. I don't know about that. Yeah, there's 2 streams worth of content that you all missed. So if you want to go back and watch that content, great. I would encourage it. It's some really good stuff. I may try and do a quick run through of some of it here, but new clots in your lungs make it hard to breathe. Ugh. Boy, lots of sleep to keep that energy. Wow, that's rough. Yeah, I mean, I know how it is going back to watch old content, especially like, you know, VODs and stuff. It's just not quite as good as the live show, so I totally understand if you don't, but it's some really good Stanley Parable content. If not my own content. But hey, one thing, I talked last stream about my tech budget for work, and I just spent some of it the other day. I got 2 new webcams for work purposes. Definitely for work. But on that note, we get to compare. Oh shoot. How? Whoops. Okay, we get to compare 2 of my cameras, but I just realized I forgot my music and my microphone scenes for this scene. So I'm going to switch to that scene. You can look at the differences between the 2 cameras while I get those 2 scenes added, because that's kind of important. They came back when I was off blood thinner for surgery. I had to get 2 shots in the belly every day for life. Oh, that's rough. Hey, not a problem. It's nice to hear how you're doing. So we're going to cut to this other scene. You're not going to hear me or the music for a moment until I get those extra parts added, and then we'll chat. So here we go. Oh, that's a few more scenes than I wanted, but that'll do. There are a few more devices than I wanted. So what we have here is this one here is our original Razer Kio, and that's the one I've been streaming on. So this should look the same. And it has a ring light around it. That's why my hand lights up so much, and the brightness changes like that. And this one over here, this is the Razer Kio Pro. I was able to get this and a Logitech camera, one for home, one for work purposes, of course, obviously. But now I can test them out side by side. And I was messing around with the settings. They both have autofocus. The Pro has like a low light feature, so it'll perform a little better in low light, whereas this one has the ring around it, the ring light. Music, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. This one obviously looks a little bit darker, but also my shirt, like you can see maybe a little more of the shadows that are on my shirt, like in my microphone right here, right? This is a really dark black. And maybe that's better, but this, you can see more detail in it, right? I don't know. So pros and cons. This one over here, I feel like, obviously there's going to be a little difference between the 2, but I feel like this one here is a little more clear. Like if you look at my fingers, I feel like they're more defined, like well defined. You can see the edges of them. Whereas this one over here is a little more blurry. That might be because I have autofocus turned off here. and I have autofocus turned on here, but I don't know. It seemed to be that way when I was testing too before the stream. So I don't know. We're going to stream obviously with the Razer Kiyo instead of the Razer Kiyo Pro because I haven't really set that up in my scenes yet. Nothing like that. And it's going to go back to my laptop for work purposes, of course. But it's fun to have them both side by side and kind of see the difference between the two. Why are you talking? I'm going to skip this track. I don't want to hear you talking. So yeah, anyway, little fun side-by-side comparison. You think the right looks better, but it's a bit hot in the stream highlights now and then. Yeah, like, I mean, look at my forehead, right? Like, the Razer Kiyo here, I feel like it just doesn't show as much detail. Higher color saturation? Yeah, for sure. And part of that comes down to just like fine-tuning the settings, right? Currently, I think the settings are fairly even. Too white. Okay, that's weird. So the white balance on both is set to auto. The brightness, contrast, and something else are all set to the same values. The difference is this one has autofocus, this one does not. All the extra features that this one has, like HDR, I think, are disabled because it was showing really dark. So I turned that off completely. But dynamic range that affects the highlights from and shadows. Okay. Dynamic range is HDR, right? That's what HDR stands for, right? Something dynamic range. So that's a setting that I could turn on, and it gives some nice contrast and lighting, but it always showed up pretty dark in the previews. Anyway, fun little experiment here. My beard shows up in better detail, I think. High dynamic range. Okay, yep. Sure. Okay. Yeah, it had two different settings. One was for like low light and one was for a bright room. So it would automatically adjust settings based on what you thought your room was. So, anyway, that's fun. Gives me something to go off of if this webcam dies or if I want to upgrade. Honestly, if I'm going to upgrade, it's going to be because my existing camera dies or because I'm getting really into streaming and I'm upgrading to something nice like DSLR. Something along those lines. Probably not going to upgrade to just like, from a $60 camera to a $100 camera, right? Baby Charlotte on your walk. Nice. How was that? Your niece tailoring you. Nice. Sounds like fun. All right. Let's anything else I want to chat about before we get into this? I don't think so. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about that stuff during the stream if there's time in between the narrator talking, but let's get into it now. I'm going to pause this music and we're going to move over here. Gonna have to get your charger soon. Well, we're going to start the game and you can watch a little bit of it before you get your charger. They have this little, like, they do credits like this every time you start the game. And then there's always something like this. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. So, fun fact, I saw this the first time, and I was like, oh, standard brightness setting, right? For a game. And so I adjusted it all the way to the bottom because I was like, the computer's barely visible. I'm gonna write random topics on paper and put them in a bowl on your desk. You can draw one and just go for it. Tell us everything you know. Sounds like fun. This. Yeah, no, that sounds like fun. Everyone in chat, you're welcome to do that yourself. You can drop those suggestions in the server and stream request channel. I forget what it's called, in the Discord. So drop in there. If you ever have any thoughts for like stream topics, definitely drop those in there. I'll chat about them, tell you everything I know about it, which usually isn't going to be a whole lot, not unless it's on a specific topic that I'm well versed. But anyway, so this slider here shows up the first time I'm playing, and I'm like, okay, adjusting brightness or whatever. And I was like, I want to keep it bright. I don't want, the stream to be too dark. So I bumped it up a bit. I bumped it up to, I don't know, here maybe. Should I be talking about something healthcare related? Yeah. Do you want to make me angry? Because talking about healthcare is one way to get me angry. Yeah, so that's barely visible on stream, right? But it's easily visible on my computer. So I bumped it up so it was a little higher, because typically games have like brightness settings like this at the beginning. And I looked online, well, and then I tried looking in game because it was still really, really dark on stream, right? I tried to adjust it. There's no brightness settings anywhere in the game. I was like, wow, is this a one-time brightness setting? Like, that's kind of weird. Okay, but whatever. So I looked online. This does nothing. This does nothing for the brightness of the game. Not healthcare in terms of politics. I mean, like, pulmonary embolism. I don't know what that means. Yeah, this has no effect on the game at all. So I'm going to drop it down to there, see what happens. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I think they're friends at this point. Doink. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Smile. That's not the number 9. Paper. Nope. Okay. Flag. Nope. Not number 9. That's Roman numeral 9. Filing cabinet. Is that Slack or something? Airplane. Computer. Bell. 9. All right. There's number 9. We'll come back to that. Telephone. B. Bicycle. Oh. A long clot. Oh, ugh. Yeah, it doesn't sound fun. This is all open for your suggestion. I don't have to stop on the number 9. I can switch it to some. Oh, there's 9. Magnifying glass. Up, chain link, and a house. So yeah, if you have a specific request, let me know what number 9 or other symbol you want me to stop on, and we'll pick that. I think Roman numeral number 9 is pretty good, or even the chat balloon 9. There is the actual 9 though, right there. I'm up for suggestions. Roman numeral, okay, there it is. Confirm. Please adjust slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Anything change? No. All right, nothing on there. All right, I can stop and start again. We're going to stay at the beginning. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to you? Occuboinkle or scrumtush? Most appealing to me. And it's on a slider too, so I could like do this, like scrumptious, scrumtush is somewhat appealing to me, but not as much as boinkle. Or I could say absolutely not scrumtush. Or I could say definitely scrumtush, or somewhere in between. What about you all? What do you think? Which one's more appealing? Occuboinkle? Scrumtush? We'll go most appealing? Really? Scrumtush? We'll keep it here because Occuboinkle. Two of you. What? All right, we'll go here. I still think It's easier to say. Yeah, sure. All right, fine. Please don't adjust the slider. Do we adjust the slider? Do we? It's right there. And? And, Jenny? This is my game. Do we adjust it? Do we? Definitely to the left. All the way to the left. You know what time it is right now? Yes, I do. 21:28. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? 4 of my clocks on 5 of my clocks on 5 separate devices say I am correct, or that time is correct. And they all sync to the internet, so yes, probably. What is time anyway? What? No. No. Is there anything about yourself you haven't told me? I mean, yes, but also no. I've told you everything. Help. What? That one's not even a question. Help, yes or no? Ooh, Wayfork Woodworks with the yes. How's it going, buddy? Playing some Stanley Parable. Will you come back to visit me? I mean, probably. There's quite a bit of content still left in this game, so I think we will be coming back. Can I get... Oh, yeah. All right, there we are. All right. Oh, this game. If you missed the last 2 streams, this game went from the regular Stanley Parable with like a bit of new content picked up on the last sale after playing the heck out of the original. I really enjoyed it. It's so crazy, right? Here I went to the new content and was like, oh yeah, okay, this is cool. This is kind of fun or whatever. And then I realized the bucket. Big rabbit hole, yes. Yeah, just like I can't believe how much the bucket changes things. It's phenomenal. And how much more, like, a friend of mine, I don't remember if it was, must have been when I was playing the first one on stream. He says, you will never convince me that the Stanley Parable is not an existential horror. And I was like, all right, yeah, I can see that. And this game really picked up on that. Holy smoke, it's become so much more horror-like in the weirdest ways. Oh, man. But boy, is it good. And surprised it's the sequel, yep.
This is the story of a man
We've
named
watched
Stanley.
this every time just to check for
Stanley
differences.
worked for a company in a big building where he was
Those balloons
employee
are my
number
favorite.
427. Employee number
We picked those the
427's
first time, and
job
he
was
totally
simple.
double-crossed
He
us
sat
and
at his
picked the
desk
other
in
ones.
room 427,
The other
and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
They're so good.
Orders
Either
came to
one of
him
them
through
is
a monitor
great,
at
but
his desk,
I wanted the
telling him what
happy
buttons
12th
to push,
birthday
how
step
long
niece
to push them,
and the narrator.
and in what order. This is what
Ruined it.
employee 427 did every day of every
You
month
got to get well
of
someday,
every
Blitz.
year. And
Yeah.
although others might have
I selected the
considered it
12th,
soul-wrenching,
12th birthday
Stanley
step niece, and he
relished
gave me
every
those. I
moment
was
of
so
the
mad,
orders
so I went back and did it again.
though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day,
Yeah,
something
you
very
can just go back
peculiar
and pick the
happened.
other ones.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Oh.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not
furious.
one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
The
instructions.
people that normally
or a
watch my
meeting,
stream,
or even
Wayfork,
say hi.
are
Never in all his years at the
so
company had this happened. This complete isolation.
extremely
Something was
against
very clearly
the
wrong.
narrator, right?
Shocked, frozen solid,
They will do
Stanley
anything
found himself
possible
unable to move for the
to
longest time.
fight against the
But as he
narrator.
came to his wits and regained
so
his senses, he got up from
We
his
do
desk
the
and
right
stepped
door
out of his office.
all the time, so much. We beat it to death. And so all of the Stanley Parable content that that we've done recently has always been to the right. Always to the right, to the right, to the right. So we have all of the left-hand doorway worth of content to still explore with the bucket. This is the sequel where you team up with the old antagonist against the new antagonist. Yes. No, luckily, I don't know if that's the right word, but most of the aggressively against the narrator viewers aren't here today. Jenny is typically with the narrator. So
All of
wait
his
a minute.
co-workers were
Oh,
gone.
right. It's
What
a
did
different
it
room.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
With that being said, nope, not spoiling. With that being said, though, I have one objective that I want to complete, and so we can walk through that together. Then I want you all to pick left or right door and let me know what path you want me to take. Stinking rope. My bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
So, we've been going through the new content, and one of the new things, can you never get back to the new content once you've made it this far? There's got to be a way to get that back. So one of the
Stanley
things
clutched the bucket
that's
tightly
new,
to his chest and
well,
entered the door on his left.
a lot of text is new. A lot of the commentary is all new because you now have a bucket. But they've released collectibles, right?
This was
and
not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
am
him
one
that the
collectible away from getting them
employee
all.
lounge
So that's what
was
we're
simply
going
the
to get
place
right now.
be.
The bucket's telling me to go this way anyway, so here we are.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes,
Bucket's
Stanley
always
thought to
right.
himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Probably not. All right, so
No, never mind. The bucket
tried
was
going
wrong.
this way last time, and I picked
Stanley
the wrong
took the door
way.
on his left
So we ended
to
up
go
getting a
back to the
different
meeting room.
different ending, but mostly Joe. Yeah, mostly. I was just thinking about how I know everyone, and I know a lot of people IRL. Jenny
No,
Wayfork Woodwork
said the
is
bucket.
an
Don't go to
IRL
the meeting
friend
room.
as
Go
well.
somewhere else.
Um,
The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
You're
Go
you're
to
over on the
cargo
East
lift.
Coast, I think, right? So we're a ways away. We don't get to see each other all that often, but
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something
I know
up there
Jenny
I need you
IRL
to do.
too.
Stanley
Well,
did
my
not question
player,
why or how
almost
this
all my
bucket was
viewers.
speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But
Buckets
Stanley
can't
chose
talk.
not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
He'll joke here. Yep.
In here,
said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
All right, here we go. Into the dark room. Oh,
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
and this is the part where I unplug the phone. Boink.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Is he gonna do the whole?
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up
Do the whole
joke?
training video
Should
again?
I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Yes.
It's sitting right here.
Here we go.
Let's take a look.
Here we go.
What is comedic timing?
Nice.
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And
All right.
more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions
Because
is
we only have 90
yes.
seconds.
Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name.
Hitting and spelling.
Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the
Time to
humor.
begin the humor.
Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary.
Breaks.
When the joke has
Who needs
concluded,
bathroom
it is
break? 18
customary to
seconds.
inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming,
use that.
"I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
Cornerstone of good comedy.
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should
long
include
for
the
a
same
joke.
question reprinted several times. Just
Oh,
to
man.
ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With
That's it.
these strategies at your
Easy.
disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no
Tripled.
time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the
God.
12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and to very likely die in a
Jeez.
hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed,
Changed
and may
into-
Earth reign supreme.
Yes. Just turned into... What
Hey,
is that?
goodness, this video is a little
Show that
outdated, isn't
movie
it?
called.
Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they
Starship
were back
Trooper.
then. So with
Oh,
that
it's
in mind,
mandibles.
I believe the
Yeah.
only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along,
Excellent.
let's head back.
Give me the red and blue door. Do it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, he fenced it off again. Okay.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery.
It's Mabel's.
You'll be in stitches.
Yep.
A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How
ridiculous.
absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me.
That's what you'll
Thank
call me.
goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now? Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Once I get my collectible, you all can choose the red or the blue door, assuming they're still colored. Wait a minute, am I still going the wrong way? How do I get back to the red and the blue door? That's where I want to get to. Do I? Oh.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two
went the
open
wrong
doors,
way again.
they entered the door on the left.
Okay. Well, left or right? I guess you can pick. I think I can't have the bucket to get the last collectible. The new game content should all still be here without the bucket, but I don't think I can have the bucket to get that collectible. So yeah, went the wrong way. We'll just have to finish this this storyline here. So let me know left or right. Which way are we going? Back to the right, which is going to, I don't know what it's going to do with the bucket, or left. Yeah, and then I'll have to start over and try doing it without the bucket, I guess, but let me know in chat which way you want to go. Only seen you go right, so I say go left. Left it is.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this was all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is
ruined it.
completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you
Nope.
proud of yourself for bringing me down,
Always.
Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh, it's over.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay. Interesting. Back to the left again? Or to the right? I don't know if it matters at this point. Can't close those doors. Yeah, sometimes you reach a certain point in the story and it's pretty linear from there, but yeah, so the funny thing is, like last time without the bucket, you go to the right and he gets upset because you went to the right again toward the phone. And with this one, he gets upset because you went left, even though that's the way he told you to go, because he wants to do his joke on the right. So, weird little switch there. Anyone have any input? Can't go backwards. Never can. All right, now you want to hear it, so we're going to the right. Oh.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up.
He didn't get a chance.
A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit, which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now
Nope.
the timing's
Sorry, buddy.
completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten
all
the
your
phone room
fault.
comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm
King of
nothing.
Comedy.
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think
Ouch.
I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Well,
Stanley,
the
you love the
end.
bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes.
In comparison.
Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me
That'll do it.
comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Hilarious. Okay. I think I have it down now. I think I know how to get back to the red and blue door.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Always got
decided
to
to
turn
go
off
to the
these
meeting
computers.
room.
I'm
Perhaps he
not
had
going to
simply
grab the
missed a
bucket
memo.
this time. The bucket is like the key to the new content. Oh, waiting input. Which is why I've been grabbing it every time. But I tried to grab it last stream and get... What is my stream doing? Stop that. Freaking... Don't do this to me. I grabbed it last time because I thought I needed it for the new content. But it didn't seem to make a difference. It blocked me from getting the new content. So we're not going to take it this time. I hope that the collectible is still available. I'm going to run over there real quick and do it.
When Stanley came to a set of
Nope.
two open doors, this was not the correct way to the
Nope.
meeting room, and Stanley knew
not.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
Gonna
stop
run
by
over
the
here.
employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Yep.
This room.
Moving on.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door
Okay.
on his left.
Nope. In here.
Stanley
gonna
was so bad
ride
at following directions,
this.
it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact
And we're
is
gonna
that the
jump off
story
here.
has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you
over
have
here,
zero
come to
consideration
these
for
doors.
others? Are you that convinced that I want something
And
bad to happen
down
to you?
here,
Why? I don't know how to convince
there's
you of this,
literally
but
a
I
sign
really do want to help
that says
you,
no
to show you
buckets.
something beautiful. Look,
So I
let me
got to
prove
this
it.
door
Let
and
me
he shut
prove
the
that
door
I'm
on me.
your side.
He wouldn't let me go
Give me a
through.
chance.
And he opened up this door here and gave me a different path to go through. So instead, I'm not bringing a bucket, so I can go this way. And boom,
Now
red
listen
and blue
carefully,
door.
this is important.
And here's
Stanley
my trophy.
walked through the red door. And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Savor this
Wiggly.
moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
I've done it.
This is doing something just for the sake of doing it.
Just for the sake
Where
of doing
so
it.
many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done
Job
is its
done is
own
own
reward.
reward.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that.
Can't
So
have that.
instead, I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And
Yep.
now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I got them all. Sweet. All right. Okay. Now, red or blue. We've done blue to death in the past. So unless you really, really want to see what's through the blue door, I'm going to suggest we go through the red door just to see that content. Even though it will be old content. I don't think we can go backwards. No, we can't. Okay. Yeah, typically Eric and Katie will do anything to challenge the narrator, and they always go through the blue door. So instead, we can go through the red door if you want to see what that content looks like. I think the stream is a little delayed. I had some some frames dropping for a little bit there. I don't know why it's still doing that. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be, but yeah, it still drops a little bit here and there. Lol. Was that regarding my Eric and Katie comment? Red door, Jenny's in control. Probably gets you out of the Matrix.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get
Mike is
somewhere that
fuzzy.
isn't here.
Is that maybe
and
because
running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see
stream's
that it's
running a
killing
little
us,
poorly?
Stanley?
But I don't know.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
You just stop.
And I think I have a solution.
Okay.
Here, let me show you.
Whoa. Not fuzzy there. Huh. Okay. Oh, it's dark. Okay.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Where? You're picky. Just a little white noise behind your voice. Yeah, it might be my fan, or I don't know, maybe it was something else, but I don't know, maybe not. What is... I've been here before.
Yes.
It's been a while.
It's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here,
Oh,
right in
do we
this
stay
moment
here?
with this place.
There's a door
Stanley, I think
to get
I
out.
feel
Do we take the door out, or do we stay here to be
I
happy?
actually feel happy.
What do you think? Stay here? Only when I speak? Well... more colored lights. I have a noise gate in place, so it only... Get out! It's a trap! No!
No, wait.
That was close.
Where are you going?
I have a noise gate in place, so it's likely only going to pick up on the fan when I'm talking, because that noise threshold has been reached.
Oh no.
Okay.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
What do we do? Up the stairs? Or we go back the way we came? If we go all the way up the stairs...
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
We jump. Do we jump or do we go back the way we came? Get up there. Oh, Jenny. Jump or go back? Jump to our supposed death, or aim for the bushes? No happy. Don't you know those fish with the lights on their head? Think about Nemo. Fish like the angler fish? I don't see any bushes. Do you see bushes? There's a piece of plywood over there. I could aim for that. I'll aim for the plywood. No, what do you mean by no happy, Jenny? You want me to be happy? You want me to go back and be happy? Or you're saying absolutely no happiness? Alright, well here we go. We're going to jump for the plywood.
No!
Oh, missed.
Oh,
we lived.
Thank God you lived.
Up
you
again?
Had me worried there for a moment.
Up the stairs
Now,
again or back through the door?
Please get back to the other room.
Happy lights are a trap. Oh. Okay. Well, we can go back to the happy lights, or we can jump again. What do you want to do? Jumper lights. Doors open. Stairs are open. Do I move slower? Maybe I broke my ankle. Alright, get happy. Okay. I could jump again. I could jump again if you want. We gotta step out. I'll be lurking. Alright, take care, Muffin McClay. Alright, here we go. We're going back. We're gonna be happy.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just
Stop
have
moving.
to stop moving.
Stop moving or keep moving? So many lights. They are pretty. Pretty colors. Does it do anything though? Are we allowed to obey the narrator? Or is it literally just going to sit here forever? Is the game forcing us to disobey? Like, is it just never going to end if we hang out here? What happens if we move? Can't walk off the edge. We literally have to go back through that room and slowly kill ourselves. It's horrible. I don't think... right? I don't know. I don't know if we have a choice. Either sit here in perpetuity or continually jump off a high place and hurt ourselves. If there's a hole somewhere? Yeah, I don't know. I walked around the whole edge multiple times. Nothing in the middle here. There's a hole somewhere. Like if we went through the blue door. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything we can do in here. Can't go off the edge. Weird looking lights. Should we go back and jump? I think we go back and jump. Just to progress the game at this point. Yeah. Narrator's silent. I don't know if this is probably just going to stay here and do nothing. Is what I'm feeling. Alright, let's go.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Nothing good can come from this.
No. No, no. What are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Sorry. Here we go again. Oh.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Should we go back again? I don't think he's going to say anything different.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Still
I know
nothing.
you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Silent again. Yeah, he is. I feel like I'm moving slower with each fall.
No, perhaps not.
A little redhead girl with sun and a dog and flower, maybe? Huh. I don't think I've ever seen that drawing before. Go back where? He's gonna make me stay. No, I don't think I can. That door disappeared as soon as I walked into the place with the lights. It looks like at this point I either have to continue to jump off of this.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yeah, I either have to jump off or go wait in the other room for eternity. I am stuck on the edge of this. Oh, there we go.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. Did you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Yep, just teasing you. Nothing? Okay. Alright, let's get this over with. I'm so slow. I guess my legs are probably guilt tripper, right? My legs are probably broken. I don't know how I'm still walking. Because you're dying. Yep. Here we go. Last one.
Is it
Oh,
over?
yep.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Okay. Well, we got the trophies. That's what I wanted. Oh, no. No. Where are my balloons? Is my new content gone? What happened? What? What is even happening? What is going on here?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
I got them all.
Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes,
What
I
is
know
out
we're
there?
supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
The memory zone. The first time I walked into this area, I was like, am I in Dark Souls? Did he put me in Dark Souls? And then I walked out here, I was like, oh, no, okay, it's not. When Stanley found the collectibles. Good times. Glad we get to relive those memories. Original remake. Yeah, so we came in here the first time and he led us through kind of like the memories and the history of the Stanley Parable and stuff like that. It was kind of fun. And then there was a pathway down, similar to this that led us outside onto a whole new story.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
It said 6 on the screen.
We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Can I just leave and not get it? Oh, apparently I just did. Okay. Oh, crazy.
And here was a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley.
Oh, I missed that one.
Back
now
then,
I'm not going to have 12.
Faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Oh, man. Can't believe that. I should have grabbed it. Now I'm not going to have 12.
Let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Ooh, my third one? That's a good question. Let's see. 1, 2, I think it was under the stairs was the third. Because I went up the stairs to get to the boss's bathroom, which is where I found my fourth. It's this way.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them.
That's how counting works.
These moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Sure.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
Definitely here.
I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Must have happened. I totally remember this place happening. We were here. Boss's office behind the fireplace.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was behind the boss's office. I remember it so clearly.
So clearly.
In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh. What is this? By the narrator. What's that over there? This is so bad. It's mini stand number 5. Yeah, we did it. We found it behind the boss's office. Thanks for watching. Best boy starring.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
8 minutes. Good stuff. And finally, the last one. Yep. Red blue door.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Sure.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Oh, man. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. It doesn't matter which door I go through? Blue door? Blue door then? I think we go through the blue door. Okay, here we are. What? How is that TV? You are in the present. The TV's showing exactly what I'm seeing. How is that possible?
And then there was no more.
TVs
because
on TVs
we've
on
caught up to
TVs.
the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh, okay, we're done.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to
Oh.
move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can
unloading.
stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite
Alright.
direction. See
In
how that
reverse. Here we go. Through the red door. Do I get the Stanley figurines again? Can I get more?
Okay, yes. The room with the red and
Yes.
blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going.
Yes.
I want more.
I want more.
And here's where I
You
made that
chill in this
video.
room, too.
Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yes, I remember the video. Okay. You did it. Woo! All right,
Yes.
moving on.
I love that video.
That was great. I'm still going to be short one, though. That really bothers
Still
me
don't
now.
remember the pink room, Stanley.
Still
Still
remember
no
the pink-
memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid
Good room. Yeah. Why is there an apple? All right, cool. Whatever. Apple. Sure. Down the stairs.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Next. What happens if I go this way? Nothing. Okay. Nothing over there. All right, fine. This one was out on the platform.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes,
Oh, I remember.
it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
Why
stuck
does
on that
anyone
board.
ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
I'm really curious if I can fall off that, but I also don't want to fall off that. So I want to get all the Figlies again.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Collect them all. You can. Oh, we're back in the showroom. No, wait. Collectibles. Do I get the jump circle? Is that what this is? Yes. Do I get my jumps back? Do I get my
It's
jumps?
the terrible new content
Oh, no,
that we
come
were
on.
originally sold on.
Give me
I
my
remember
jumps.
hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything.
Please?
In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is.
Give me my
I want
jumps.
More memories.
Oh, man. Seriously? I just want my jumps. Oh,
Oh, yes. The two
Which door?
doors.
Left or right?
Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
oh. Again, it doesn't matter. All right. Well, there's that. Dang it, stream's so far behind now. That's frustrating. I asked which door you want to go through. I looked down, and on stream, I was actually just going into the room to pick a door. So, but it doesn't look like it matters, so they both lead to the same place.
And before everything else, there was your office.
It was my office.
Is there anything else? Was there
Nope.
something that came before your office?
Nothing.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with, well, Came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him
What
on
is
as he
happening
collected
here?
figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose
Yeah,
it's
very
grown
talkative.
old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again.
He
I
does
can
sound
do
very
it.
lonely.
I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what?
Is he gonna
Since
leave me?
we're in the memory zone, how
Yeah,
about
10
one
seconds.
more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
The figure, the person that we were seeing sitting at the table, the desk, that was Stanley. The character I'm playing right now, Stanley, sitting at the computer. The narrator was talking, which you probably knew, but
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
new content time. We are here with the bucket. Oh, more input. Excellent. Wonder what that input's gonna do if I get it all. Okay, so decision time. I can chase down the remaining input received computers. I think. Do I remember the order? I know the last one. Do I remember the other two? I know one of them. Where's the other? I'm not sure I know where the other input received is. This will get us an ending that is pretty hard to get accidentally. You have to like intentionally go around inputting buttons on computers. So I can pick up the bucket and I can do that. And we can get like, you know, endings along the way. Or we can just pick up the bucket and go do some other endings. Either way, I think we should pick up the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket
Not with
around.
the bucket. And it makes me slightly ever more so attractive. So the narrator tells me, do the computers. Okay. So if I remember correctly, the next computer is upstairs in the boss's office. So I think that's where we'll go next. In which case, I'm not going to ask for as many. Oh yes, it's a beautiful bucket. It even has a sticker of a bucket on it in case I forget that it's a bucket. I can look at the sticker and be reminded.
Stanley
So
touched
I'm
the
gonna
bucket
ask for
tightly to
less
his chest and entered the door
less
left.
opinions on which way to go, just so that I can get to that computer. Hey DJ Zero, how are you? It has been a while. Yeah, all is going well. This game is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. If you're not familiar with the Stanley Parable, I would almost recommend you stop watching the stream so you can go through and experience it yourself. It is that good. This is a phenomenal game. It is a game about choice in the first person perspective, and you play as Stanley. And unless you have the Ultra Deluxe Edition, you don't have a bucket. So you're slightly less attractive. But you play the game, and this narrator kind of talks over the game, and you interact with the narrator, and it's a lot of fun, especially if you like weird games. So you're welcome to stick around. I'd love for you to stay, but also if you're really into not having things spoiled, I totally understand if you want to check this game out. But for the most part, it's a just kind of explorative game about making choices. The objective.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He
Yeah.
seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Okay. The objective is to find and experience all of the endings. There's so many different choices you can make. So many different paths in the game. For example, this is one of them. Do you go through the left door or the right door? And depending on which door you choose, drastically changes the ending of the story. So yeah, there's lots and lots of choices for you to make and lots of different endings for you to experience. I'm trying to get to a specific ending right now, so that's why I'm not polling chat for which path to take. But normally, while playing the game, I ask chat which way you want to go. Going to sit back, work, and enjoy the game. All right, sounds great.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
I was hoping it would show me the
Perhaps his
fig
boss's
leaves.
office was where he'd find answers.
Okay, well, we're going up to the boss's office. Broom closet's open.
Coming to a staircase,
Bum.
Stanley and the
We're going
bucket walked
upstairs.
upstairs to the boss's office.
And I'm pretty sure it is this computer here. Nope, wrong. Okay. Well,
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
sweet.
Crushed by
It
the weight
might
of this
be
revelation, Stanley may have broken
at
down
the
into
end.
an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
always.
The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection
We're gonna go
he
toward the
shared
end
with
of the game,
bucket
or
that he
one
didn't
of the
notice
endings of the
keypad
game.
behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes, the bucket is guiding me. Okay, so yes, we're going here. And down the elevator. I think the computer is at the end here. I thought it was in the boss's office, but maybe that's the second to last
The
one.
elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him,
Good old
comforting
bucket.
him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay, and we're going this way.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
We're going in here. Going to the mind control facility. And I'm hoping that the bucket is in here. Or the button, input received, is in here. Lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Both wondered. Turn on the cameras.
The
Boink.
monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
247, I think, is me down there. Just looking at my filing cabinet, it looks like. Right there. Employee number 247. Something weird happened to that one up there. Huh. Elevator, please.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Feeble mind. This one's up there blank. Huh.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in
I
someone
can
else's
imagine him holding
control.
the bucket.
Never!
No!
He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
Entire world.
At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Sweet.
But
This is
here
it.
was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Think it's in
Controls
here?
labeled with
Oh, I
emotions.
don't remember.
Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold
There's so many
reality of his
computers in here.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he
Or
and
bucket.
the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
It's not in
They
here.
high-fived
Man,
in a
I don't
really
remember.
cool way.
High-fived?
The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Oh, come on. Ain't going there yet. Huh. Well, shoot. I don't remember where that button is. I'm struggling to remember where any other computers are. It's not in the boss's office. Okay, so we have a choice coming up. I wasn't intending to make this one right away. We can either destroy the mind control facility, or we can power it on. So, you all in chat, you get to choose system power on or
When
off.
at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Put an end and turn it off, or turn it on. Ooh, DG0 says on. All right, here we go.
But at the last
narrator.
second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the
Jumped
button
in.
to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped
Oh, no.
in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the
The
power for
bucket's
itself?
plan.
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Oh,
Birds. Silly birds.
silly birds.
The control buttons became active again.
Okay. Left or right? This is not what I was expecting. Birds. Messing with my mind control device. That one looks more like a bird of prey, like a hawk or something. This looks more like a sparrow or something. I don't know. I don't know my birds. Which one should we press? Your guess is as good as mine at this point. I've never done this ending with the bucket. What does that even say? You don't know? Okay, let's do the hawk over here. Bird of prey. Oh, change the birds. Okay.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility
No,
at all.
not at all.
It was a facility for monitoring
it's just
and
left and right
surveilling
going
silly
back.
birds all over the world.
Why would it be
The
labeled mind control
were only a
then?
facade to disguise its true intentions.
What? Who disguises a bird monitoring system as mind
Stanley
control?
marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Incredible
Stanley
discovery.
and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping
watching
through live streams
birds?
of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life
All
could
right.
have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Oh. The big beak on that guy. Oh, that's the end. The end is never the end. Okay, well. There you go. Metal Genius. This game is... You have no idea, DJ Zero. You've only tasted...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
You've
Stanley
tasted
decided
so
to go to the
little
meeting
of
room.
how
Perhaps
crazy
he had
this game
simply missed
truly
a
is.
memo.
Now, I don't know. Did that reset the input, the awaiting input commands? That one's off. I have no idea.
The good old bucket.
Good old
Just
bucket.
Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Well, shoot. I don't remember where that other input is. Where could it be? I think we... I don't remember. There's a whole section over there. We could check. I kind of want to go back to the boss's office again. There's at least 2 or 3 more endings that direction that we could do.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'm trying to think. I can't... Because even if this one is the boss's office, I don't remember where the one after that is. There's only so many places with computers that I can remember. Is that one? How do I get there? How do I get to that place? Oh, that's the escape. Well, shoot, now I don't know if I should go to the escape or the boss's office. I could start with the boss's office. They're both in the same direction. Cool. Here we go.
Still no one was here. Stanley
Okay,
needed the
we're on a
bucket's
mission.
warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I know where we're going, narrator. Leave me alone. Ah, yes. Okay. Input received. Excellent. We got that one. I think I know where the last one is, but I think we have to complete a storyline first. So let's do the mind control facility again, and we will turn off the mind control
Stepping
facility
into
this
his
time.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most
Okay, we're going to kind of
logical
fly through this
explanation.
because I know where we need to go. We've already heard the narrator talk about all this stuff literally just minutes ago. So unless something changes that I'm not expecting.
Stanley and the bucket walked
Boom,
straight
boom,
ahead through the
boom.
large door that read,
That's the way we'll go
Mind Control
next,
Facility.
I think. I think it's through there.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both
Why would you
wondered
build
to
it so
themselves.
big like this? How can you even get close? Like, if all you're
Monitors
doing
jumped
is
to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
watching the
Everyone in the
screens,
office was being videotaped.
why would you build it so
monitored
big?
like guinea pigs.
If you wanted to just
Bucket
record the
had never
footage,
seen anything like this,
wouldn't even
and
need
it very
monitors at
nearly
all.
burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things
Oh, man.
it didn't wish to do? What kinds of
Crazy
things does a
stuff.
bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never!
Okay.
He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
except for the bucket.
But here was the proof.
Here we
The
are.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
I don't think
happy
any of these
or
buttons
sad
do
or
anything
content.
either.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Here we go. Down with the system.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
Freedom.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze
Eric.
in every country on Earth.
You made it.
Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
What's going on? Phone is gonna die. Okay. All good.
In uncertainty.
Drive safe, buddy.
Until finally the
Talk to you
truth hit
soon.
Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Oh, no. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Jeez. What a dark ending. Oh, man, we're in a different building now. I don't know if we can even get to the awaiting input option. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh, here's my
What
bucket,
could it
though.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This raises so many questions. Like, the bucket is the key to unlocking a bunch of new content, okay? Now that I've unlocked whatever this is, are there two paths that I can take now? Like, I can choose to take the bucket, or I can choose to not and go through all this new content without the bucket, and then maybe come back at some point and go through it with the bucket. I just don't even know. I don't know where to begin. Don't know what to do. I also don't know how to get to the awaiting input button now, so we'll take the bucket, I think. Anyone have any thoughts? Bucket, yay or nay? Okay, stream just caught up. Well, I mean, it's still behind, but you caught up to where I asked the question, at least. Should we take the bucket? I think we'll take it unless someone chimes in. Leave it! Oh, Eric. All right. Eric with the leave it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm not sure if we can get... Ah, shoot. You are such an agent of chaos. I've been telling everyone about it. I don't know if you can get the awaiting input ending with the bucket. Thinking about it now. I mean, the new content's already unlocked, but I don't know if you can physically be holding the bucket while selecting the last awaiting input. We're going to go this way to see if we can get the second to last awaiting input. But I have no idea if they're even going to allow us to get that
Yet
far.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This is all looking
Coming to
the
a staircase,
same.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is this going to be a different boss's office? It's going to be the same one. That's not awaiting input. Oh, you can go in here. I should have taken the bucket and gone in here, but oh well. No, boss's office looks the same.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
right, moving on.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. I think. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Like I've said, we can get the awaiting input, I think.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Nope.
Mind Control Facility.
We're escaping.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
I wanted to go this
Stanley
way
would
with the
meet his
bucket.
violent
I probably
death.
should have just taken the bucket and not listened to Eric at all. But
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
death, 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 death. All right. I think the second to last one is in here. We'll find out if I'm right.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
You're back, Jenny. Welcome. Oh no, phone died.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Yep. But also releasing me?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already
Not-
dead from the moment he hit start?
Man. Okay, now I don't know what to do. I was pretty sure the last awaiting input was here in this area. Oh, Stanley's fine. I was pretty sure it was here. If it's not here, I'm really struggling to remember where that last awaiting input is. Not here. Not here. I just need a computer, and I can't remember where it is. Place is so confusing too, kind of like a maze. None of these computers have it. 427. Oh, I had it wrong earlier. Back out here. That's the exit. Man, why can't I remember where it is? It's too late at this point, I think. You're home. Welcome home. Glad you made it. That's back out there. Yep. I don't know. Why am I struggling to remember where that place is? That computer is. Sorry for skipping over all of this if you haven't seen it already. I've been through here a couple times recently. Oh no. Oh, I hate that. That's the worst. What was I doing?
Oh, look at these two. How they
spilled,
wish to destroy one another.
Like
How they wish
teriyaki
to
or something
control
all over
one
the
another.
floor
How
of
they
my
both
passenger
wish to be
seat.
free.
Oh, it made me so mad. Couldn't believe I did that. And click.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Well,
No,
shoot.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Is it the alternate boss's office?
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit.
This is-
There's no other way to beat this game.
We don't really
As long
know.
as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop
It's
now and it'll
like
be
an
your
alternate
only true choice.
narrator,
Whatever
kind
you
of.
do, choose
She
it.
only
Don't
appears-
let time choose for you. Don't let
She only appears in this one instance and never again. I haven't taken the bucket through that portion of the game, so I'm not really sure what the bucket will do to that, but so this is the last awaiting input computer, which is why I don't think I can push it with my bucket, because as soon as I leave here, right? It doesn't shut? What? I'm so confused. Oh, this one's away. Oh. Well, sweet. Input received. And now I know exactly which one the last one is.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Future
We are
Happiness
confirming your shipment
Foundation.
of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Beep.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness
Give me all
Foundation.
them boxes. Okay. So I think we can end this run kind of however we want. I'll take the
Where are we
bucket.
going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together
Yeah,
would be
so Eric,
perfectly fine with him.
holy crap. You have missed so much. I was just telling Jenny earlier, there's so much new content like leading up to this that you missed in the last two streams. If you're up for it, go back and watch that stuff. If not, that's totally fine. I get it. It's rough watching old content like that. But essentially, what the game did is it gave us a new content area, and you go into that area, you experience like the Stanley Parable 2 or whatever. And at one point you get this bucket, and it's a really nice bucket, wouldn't you say? It's a fantastic bucket. It's an amazing bucket. It even makes me slightly more attractive when I'm holding it. It's a pretty good bucket. And so when you take the bucket, you finish that story arc of the new content, and then you come back here and you have balloons that say happy 12th birthday, step niece, or an alternate balloon that says get better someday. they're the best balloons ever. And then this bucket is also on this pedestal for you to pick up. And what it does is it takes all of the game's original content and it puts a new twist on it, a new spin. And it allows you to experience the entire game all over again. It's ridiculous. I thought that the new content area was like all of the new content, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is cool, this is kind of fun or whatever. Yes, and with a bucket, Jenny. Like, it's so brilliant. Not only do you get to experience all the new content again, but you get to do it with a bucket. Your own bucket. It even says so. And so yeah, like we've been doing a little bit of that, exploring some of the new content. I'm trying to get these awaiting input. Wherever they went, I lost them. These awaiting input computers, because the last one takes you to a special place that you kind of have to do on purpose. Otherwise, it's really, really hard to do accidentally. But I'm just not confident that I can go back there, because I have to walk out of my office. There's the computer. I have to walk out of my office, grab this bucket, then walk all the way back into my office and push the button here on this computer. And I don't know if that door is going to stay open for me. I don't know if that's how it works or not. In fact, let's just...
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
This is
What
an
if
ending.
He had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me.
Wait
Nothing
with my
will
bucket.
break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he
Years
knew
just me
for
and my
sure,
bucket.
beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here
This
it
ending
comes.
is the same, I think. Which is interesting. Aha! Waiting input. Alright, now the question is, can I walk out, get my bucket, and bring it back here? I don't know. Normally this door closes behind me when I leave, but for some reason it didn't that last time. So I'm hoping that I can go grab my bucket, bring it back here, and input. Yeah, do it. All right. We're gonna try. Please stay open, door. Please stay open. Please stay open.
All
No!
of his co-workers were gone.
Oh, what am I supposed to do now?
Stanley decided to
I've
go
got
to
all
the
these
meeting room. Perhaps he
boxes
had simply missed a
everywhere. Oh, cardboard boxes. So many boxes.
A good bucket, a strong
strong
bucket,
bucket.
a humble bucket,
humble
a committed
bucket.
bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
I sat in a box. Ah, man. What am I supposed to do now? I can't get back in there. Yeah, who would do such a thing? Get these boxes out of here. Can't even turn off my computers. Well, shoot. All that work. I have no idea if awaiting input is going to stay available. Should we go left or right? Back to that age-old question.
The bucket tightly to his chest and entered
I
the
know
door
exactly
of his
what
mouth.
Eric's going to say. I don't know why I asked, but does anyone else want to weigh in and oppose Eric's? Should probably just jump off the platform with the bucket. You know, actually, I don't think I've done that ending. Not with the bucket yet. I think that settles it. I think we're gonna go right and jump off the platform. Can't handle it. Can't take this world full of boxes anymore.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to
Bucket
him,
was calling
telling
to
him
me.
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah. That employee lounge.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Also didn't listen to all of this dialogue that eventually comes when we just wait here. Oof, it's almost stream ending time. What is happening?
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge.
Yep.
What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
That's everything that happened. I mean, I picked up the bucket first, if you want to really go into detail, but...
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Not the broom closet. There's a whole line of dialogue when you go into the broom
Stanley
closet.
decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
There's new dialogue when you take the bucket into the broom closet, and it's pretty good. Okay, I think we'll go now. Now we'll go. I think he's done talking. Huh? Yep. Okay. Here we go.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Pretty racy, I hope. What? I don't remember what I said. The broom closet. Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, like, honestly, Eric, your statement a while back that no one could ever convince you that this game is not an existential horror. Oh, all right. I'll stop, I guess. Was not far off.
Said the bucket.
This
Don't
game
go to
has
the meeting room.
gotten real
go
dark.
somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I knew it. Yeah. I'm gonna wait for this to get up a little
said the
higher.
bucket.
And
Now
we'll jump
ride
off.
the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how
All
this
the
bucket
way
was
up.
speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced, but Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Gosh. It's still awaiting input, but if I leave, the door's just gonna lock again. It's gonna do it. I know it's gonna do it, Eric. I know it will. I don't know what to do, though. How many times can I try before the game just resets the awaiting input? Oh, it's so frustrating. Because if I push this now, I'm willing to bet like 99% certainty that it won't change. It won't change what happens after I push it. Put a chair in the door. I wish I could move my chair. I can move right through my chair. So either my chair is no longer a chair or I'm a ghost. Those are the only two possible conclusions. I don't know why I can move right through it, but I can. Ugh. So I can push the button, awaiting input. I can do it. We can see that ending, or I can go back out again and get the bucket. I'm willing to bet this door is going to lock, and I'm willing to bet that this content here, this ending here, is no different than how it was originally. Lost its corporeal form. Yep. Because this is an existential horror. There was someone on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. Artsy Bible Nerd, I think, showed up. And they were like, oh, hey, cool, what's going on? Hey, what's this game? I was like, oh, it's just a Stanley parable, you know, blah, blah, blah. This is a fun game about choice, and it's an existential horror game. And they were like, horror? I just kind of played it off like, yep, totally a horror game. I don't know how long they watched, but I don't know if they were convinced. Man. It's not going to lock until I walk far enough away that I can't get back in time. But what do I do? How do I get out there and get back with a bucket? Like the last time when the phone was ringing before the boxes showed up, that would have been the perfect time because it didn't shut. I walked all the way out there. I think I even got the bucket and came back. But the phone's not ringing right now. And the boxes are gone. I don't know how to get the phone to ring again. Stupid boxes. Just causing so many problems. All right, I'm going to leave. I hate boxes. Please don't shut.
Even
No.
now, Stanley's
Come
office
on.
was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Do you remember? I think it was a photo. Turn off all the computers and grab a bucket.
Ah, the embrace of an old friend.
All
a
right.
weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
One last ending. A photo of a painting. One last ending before we call it for the night, because it is quitting time. Left or right through these doors? Where are we going?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh, man. Oh, by the way, for everyone who's in the stream right now, Jenny, I hope you're here. I don't know if you were here when I announced this first time, but I am considering adjusting hours, summer hours, on Fridays specifically, so that we'll be starting later on Fridays. So starting around 10 p.m. Pacific time, rather than 9. I have been to the phone room with the bucket. I unplugged the phone. I did not answer the phone yet with the bucket. I really want to go unplug the phone though, so you can see that content, Eric. It's pretty good. I mean, you could also just go back a little ways in this VOD and watch it yourself, but it's such good content. That was a good one. Anyway, summer hours, Fridays, probably bumping it back to 10 because there's more daylight. So spending that time with the kids and stuff like that. The last 2 days we've gone outside and just had water fights. One of us has the hose, the other has buckets and stuff. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. But
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing
Thanks,
better
narrator.
to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his
So
inability
yeah, possibly
to
adjusting
do anything.
hours.
This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
All of them. There's Bucket. Pics are precious. Yeah, it was a good time. What? Matt, even. I don't understand. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? Footy cootie. Every time. What is even happening? I have the bucket. I don't. What are you trying to say? Bucket. What about it? Oh, yes. Yes, I had a bucket when we were water fighting. Yep. It means something. I was slightly more attractive at that time too. It's true. It's a fact. Anytime you're holding a bucket. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter what bucket it is. They always make you slightly more attractive. This one in particular makes Stanley look slightly more than slightly more attractive. Just about any bucket will do, really. I mean, scientific community is kind of baffled by that fact, but it's true. Where are we going to go? Eric, where do you want to go? You want to go to the phone room? I'll go to the phone room. I'll do it again. Just for you. Oh, yeah, I was going to double check. Oh, and look at the menu. How creepy is that? The sequel is now paused. Resume the game. Begin the game again. Settings and quit to menu. I love me some phone room. There's so much more red in this game. It is terrifying all on its own. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Phone room it is.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
We know,
But Stanley
narrator.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee
Baby burning
lounge
game with
was
a bucket?
simply the place to be.
And
And here it was. Had the bucket turned
How
out
do we
to be
get
correct?
there?
Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought. No.
How do we get to the
never
baby
mind.
burning?
The bucket
portion?
was wrong.
Is that
Stanley took the door on
off
his
the
left to go
catwalk?
back to the meeting room.
If so, I don't think so.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I think you jump off the catwalk and you go. Is it through the blue door? You just repeatedly go through the blue door and yeah. And you just avoid his option altogether. Also, hours change is a-okay. More time with the kiddos is super important. And I'm a night owl. Sweet. Cool. So, I can show you that ending. I will tell you right now it doesn't lead to the baby burning game. Or we can go up to the phone. And we can unplug it. Or we can answer it. Whatever you want to do. I'm here for you. And you're here for me. We could also go through the vent. I haven't been through the vent yet. Oh, you missed all the figlies. No baby burning, no shoes, no service. Okay. Yeah, I think the catwalk path is pretty linear with the bucket. So I'm gonna hop on this cargo lift, and unless you say something, phone room. Okay,
Good.
Said the bucket.
good.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley
Buckets
chose
talk all
not
the
to
time.
think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket
Has that
had spoken
catwalk
to
always
him,
been there?
and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I don't know. Has that catwalk always been there with those doors? Now I'm questioning everything. How do you get up there?
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Huh. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I can't remember if that's... Oh, there's balloons in here. Very cool. Oh, by the way. No, Eric, were you... You weren't here for the balloons. You haven't seen hardly any of the new content, right? It must have been Katie that was talking to me about the balloons. No, because we debated what a stepniece was. Oh, shoot, was that Kevin? Am I getting all my viewers mixed up now? I can't even remember. You haven't seen it. Okay, I'm totally lost. Here we are in the dark room. Are we going to answer the phone
Now
or
pick
not?
up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
I will tell you this, unplugging the phone does have another video. Not Kevin or Kevin. All right, here we go. Boink.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Hilarious.
Don't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes,
Oh,
there
wait,
is.
yes, there is.
It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Here we go.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
Here we
How
go.
can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
Always like
These
this.
are the optimal conditions for
15-degree angle.
good comedic timing.
Nice
To
warm
begin the
room.
joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke,
synopsis.
including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second
Name
time.
again.
With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest
Here we go.
possible
This
voice,
is it.
I'm Dunny
Dunny
with the funny. Let's practice screaming.
Ready
I'm
to
Dunny
practice?
with the funny.
Here we go.
Now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is
Did
the
you all practice
cornerstone
at
of
home?
good comedy.
Stop
Finally,
it.
it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they
Right.
were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a
Don't forget to
comedian.
hand your audience a
An
survey.
effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to
times.
ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With
That's
these
it.
strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at
Tripled
all.
over.
Just
that
remember
mean
to
they're
let
just
them
standing
stop
right
laughing
back
at some
up?
point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, where each of us needed on the
Here we
front
go.
lines of
This
the
is
war to
amazing.
fight the 12-legged invader who threatened our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
of us
Jenny.
must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Starship Trooper.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to
here we
return
go.
to the 2 doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery.
Yes.
Come along, let's head
Okay.
back.
We're headed back. Going back. Back. Dead. 42 times. Good old Sheeny.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous.
How
How
ridiculous.
absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness
They
we have
fix
the
that?
instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now? Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
Oh,
The
I could
bucket
still fit
spunk.
down there.
Oh, I'll
I won't
figure
go
it
that
out on
way
the
just
fly.
because-
No need to overthink things.
We want to get through this new content here for you, but back this way, back. Back to the lounge. Here. And back through the 2 doors. All right.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket
Now.
came to a set of 2 open doors,
Left or right?
they entered the door on the left.
Which one's it going to be? What's it going to be, Eric? Back to my office? I don't think. Nope. Still not an option. Sorry. Still can't go that way. Game. Try again. Wrong answer. Boo. He still wants me to go through the door on the left. You say right. Of course you do. Here we go. Black door.
What?
What?
We're back at the phone already. No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready?
All right.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors,
Left or right?
they entered the door on the
I don't think it
left.
matters. Oh, boo, narrator. Where are we going this time? He's left. Jenny says left. She beat you to it, Eric.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke
Messed
is
up his
completely
joke.
done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Go. Oh, there we go.
Stanley,
The end.
you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how
It's not
unabashedly
even
in love with
holding
the
a
bucket
bucket.
you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos.
Right, doesn't he? Ah, there we go. Oh, waiting input. No phone. Still no phone ringing. If only the phone were ringing, I would try it, but... Yeah, Eric, on that last choice, left or right door, chat chose the left door the first time, and it essentially got us to the same point, but we also chose the right door afterward, and so we got to see both of those parts, and because he like I don't know, the weird part about it is he's telling you to go left because that's what he does, that's what the narrator does, but he wants you to go right so he can finish his joke, as you kind of saw it play out there. So by going left the way he says to go, you're going the way he doesn't want you to go. I don't know. It was, yeah. You probably figured that out on your own, but anyway. All right. We are finished for the evening. Thank you all for joining. Eric, Jenny, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you coming back and hanging out with us. As a special treat, I will show you what I showed the viewers earlier. I got a new camera. This one over here. It's unfortunately not for streaming. I bought it for work purposes so that I can have a camera. Such layer many amaze, yeah. So I can have a camera for video conferencing and stuff like that from home. But I bought one for work too, so I have two new cameras that I'm testing out. And honestly, I think I like this one better than the other work camera I bought. So I might actually return that one and get a second one. But this one here that you see is the Razer Kiyo Pro. This one here is the Razer Kiyo. And so yeah, we were just talking about the different cameras and the differences between the two. The settings are basically the same. You can see some differences between the two, like my wall right here is different colors. My skin tone is slightly different. I always do two cameras for streams. Some people do, I don't know if they ever do two cameras like this or even other like positions at the same time, but some people have like cameras that are up, like, you know, like a more wide view of their setup, and you can't see the outlet. Yeah, because it's on my other monitor. But also it's you can change the field of view, and also we can just do this. Oh, it's not. How do you bring it forward? Order. There we go. Now you can see the outlet. Does he do them both at the same time, Jenny? Like, literally two different views of himself? Because I know plenty of streamers have multiple cameras with multiple angles and positions. And they use it for like transition shots, or like some people do it for during their like stream starting like countdown session. They'll have like a wide angle shot, you know, from far away to see the whole setup or whatever. I know like while Grandma has a camera on her and then a camera on her dog or whatever. People have pet cams and stuff like that, but I don't know if I've seen anyone do two cameras at the same time of themselves. But anyway, regardless, I'm not planning to use it for work purposes. I just wanted to see side by side how the two of them compare. I think I like this one a little better. It's set to autofocus. This one here is not set to autofocus. It does have the ring light. But you can see like the detail just in the edge of my fingers. Like my fingers are really well defined on the left hand one. On the right hand one, they're not quite as defined. And my beard, I don't know, seems to be a little more detailed. Again, maybe it's just the focus settings on this one because it's not set to autofocus. But I don't know. Sometimes they're different views. Camera under his desk to show his cat, and then another camera to the side. Okay, sure. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, I know a lot of streamers use multiple cameras for different things, but thank you, Eric. And now you can see them. Look at that. Just imagine if these fingers, Eric, were holding a bucket. Oh. How attractive would those fingers be? Sorry, I couldn't keep that up. Goodness. Oh, man. It must be late. Ooh, a bucket. It'd be still my beating up. Oh, man. All right. Well, that's enough of that. Besting. Oh, I didn't even catch that. Oh, man. Oh, my head hurts. I have to take some Tylenol or something. Oh, good times. Good times. All right. Well. Oh, no, that's going to be playing through there. No, it isn't. We're gonna end the stream here. I think we're gonna raid Jate again, maybe? I don't know, he's still playing this game Neon White, and it's such a cool game. It's a first-person like speedrunning game where you have like monsters that you try and kill, while also trying to like find the quickest path through a level. It's really, really interesting concept, and all the weapons, all the guns and stuff have different effects. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool concept. I'm curious about trying it sometime. So yeah, let's raid him again, and we'll just see. We'll check out that game. We will be back on Tuesday. Quick reminder, I am going to be out of town on the 27th, which is a couple weeks away. Or 26th and 27th. So no stream on the 26th. We're watching both of us at the same time. Nice. Yeah, I think that's about it for announcements. We didn't end up doing a New Year's Eve ending, so 24th is a big 30. Nice. Congrats. Well, I have to do I won't be streaming on the 26th, so yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do something special, something fun. But okay. I'm rambling now. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to cover. Let's get that raid started before I forget. Awkwardly waiting here for that countdown timer to go. All right. Love you all. Take care. I really appreciate each one of you. Hope to see you again on Tuesday. Thank you, DJ Zero, for showing up and hanging out for a bit. Hope you check out this game sometime. It is a lot of fun, as you may have noticed. Yeah. Found some music here. There it goes. And we're getting the stream. Take care, everyone. See you Tuesday. Happy to be back. Yep. Happy you're back. All right. Take care. Bye.